the one, the only. It's Hussein. How are we, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. Much better introduction. The superstar. I can live with that. That's definitely a great
You can live with
introduction.
it.
But
I'm only making I'm only making you like sounds before the stream because yeah, we know what these streams turn into. So I'm just trying to make sure you go easy on me, lad.
oh, I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, you
Man, I'm in a good
did.
mood. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I have no reason to fight today.
My man Hussein,
Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, make sure that you subscribe to Hussam. The channel is in the title, and I'd love to see, as he invests his time into our channel, those subscribers significantly improve to make that investment worthwhile. Hussam, a couple of things I want to talk about, brother, and I always love talking to you about Mohamed Salah because the one thing I'll say, although I don't agree all the time, I love how passionate you are. I love the way that you back up your points with substance, and I'm on the conversation now of, because we've seen the links over recent days of Mohamed Salah and Saudi Arabia, right? Now, it was always going to be a link. From when Saudi became a thing, I knew that was going to be even just a conversation that a story could be made. Now, whether it's this year, next year, or whenever, I can never dispute the idea he could go there. Now, I want to raise the question that if the right offer, because the way I see it, I'm not saying 100% with you, maybe you as well, but I think a lot of people look at Mohamed Salah as irreplaceable. Like, he cannot be replaced. And if that's the case, is there an offer that wouldn't be able to entice you from Saudi if they was to come in for Mohamed Salah? So if I say 100 million for Mohamed Salah, is that an offer that you'd be willing to accept?
No, that wouldn't be an offer I'd be willing to accept, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I have no problem selling any player. I don't think any players are replaceable. No one's bigger than the club. So for me, Mo Salah is not bigger than Liverpool Football Club. We've survived the sale of Suarez. We've survived the sale of Torres. We're going to survive the sale of all these players. Like Michael Owen went to Real Madrid when he was looked at as essentially the Kylian Mbappe of that era. So there is no such thing as, by the way, once the man can never read, that was my favorite player. And he gave me my first heartbreak of my life. I will never ever look at him the same ever. You play for Man United, you're no longer a Liverpool. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that just broke my heart.
But anyway, still thinking about his ex.
Yeah, that's what's worse than my ex. It's my favorite footballer growing up. The guy that got me to support Liverpool Football Club, and he stabbed me in the back 10 years later by moving to Man United. Yeah, and he wore the number 7 shirt, James. He wore the number 7 shirt at Man United as well. The bastard.
Wild.
Anyway. We carry on. I don't think anyone's irreplaceable, right? That's my logic. My problem is, who do we replace him with? Because remember yesterday when you told me we need to kind of align with the ownership. If I align with the ownership, me and you both know they're probably going to sign Harvey Barnes and be like, this is the Salah replacement. This is the problem. It's not like they're going to sell Mo Salah and go sign Kvaratskhelia or sign Rafael Leao or sign one of the most exciting prospects in world football. They sell Salah and they won't even get Saka, by the way. That money is going to be like 70%.
Oh, no, we'd never get Saka. It wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, look, for me, no player is irreplaceable. But at the same time, do I trust the club to replace him? Absolutely not. You could argue that the Gini Wijnaldum replacement has come 2 years later in McAllister. So how can I trust them to replace 30 goals a season effectively?
But you're going to have to put some level of trust into them at some point, and we can't just keep hold of Mohamed Salah forever because, and whether that means, just to clarify my position, I'm unsure because 100 million for me, we will never get that money for Mohamed Salah again. I also know that we are a sell to buy model. I also would like to correct, I didn't say we have that we want or should have to align with FSG's model, but we have to because it's their football club and not ours. I'm not saying we can't come out on the platforms and speak about it. I'm not saying we can't do what you did and put a banner over Anfield. By all means, like it's freedom of speech all day, mate. And especially if you think they're not doing the best for your football club. But at the same time, the same way that we trusted them to sell Coutinho and reinvest that money well, the same way they didn't reinvest the Suarez money well, we would have to trust them to build this team again, which can we both agree we're at that position now where this team right now is in the middle of a rebuild.
Yeah, I know. I would actually disagree.
What?
I don't think we're in a rebuild. I really don't.
Okay, right. Let me rephrase the question then, because I think I know what you're about to say. Okay, you think we should be in the middle of a rebuild right now, correct?
No.
What?
I don't think
So
we're in a
wait, so
rebuild
wait
at
there.
all.
Okay, then. So why did we finish fifth? Okay, this is just a side conversation. I want to stay on the one with Salah. We don't need a rebuild, and we're fine with the players that we've got. Yet in your streams, you're very upset because we're not showing enough agency on signings.
No.
So
I just don't think
what
it's a
one is it?
rebuild. I
Sorry.
don't think it's a rebuild. I don't think it's a rebuild. I think rebuild is the buzzword shown to us for us to lower our expectation. I wouldn't go as far as rebuild. I think rebuild is like when you've got to like just. I'll tell you what rebuild is. Rebuild is when Klopp first came in.
We
That's
need new
rebuild.
players, is what I'm trying to say, Hussam.
Yeah,
I don't want to go
100%.
into
But
a
I'm not going to go as
conversation
far
on
as
what players
rebuild because
mean.
we've got like 5-6 world-class players and stuff.
So
That's
we
not
need a
rebuild.
lot of new players, basically, is what
Yeah,
I'm getting
we
to,
do.
which is what I imply and mean by a rebuild. And let's not get lost in the way I meant it or anything. So what I mean is we need new players, right? Now, we need new players, yet we are sell to buy. Can you also accept that we're sell to buy?
Yeah, of course.
So we're
100%.
sell to buy. And can you also accept that we've got no assets to currently sell?
Assets to sell. The only asset that will probably sell now is Salah, maybe Van Dijk, Trent, but he'd never go anywhere else. Those are the three I
And
say
we wouldn't want to sell. But exactly. So the only ones we can really sell is Salah, who, let's be honest, can we both agree, very unlikely that he gets any better in his career.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to get any better.
And it's also very
He could
likely,
maybe from a finishing perspective get a bit better, but everything else.
He's the best that he'll ever be at finishing. And you don't get better at finishing at this age. You can get more goals based on system. You don't get a better finisher. This is what I say about Darwin Núñez. It's very hard to improve finishing, but you can get yourself in better positions and the system can adhere more towards you. So Salah, can we also both agree it's very likely that Salah either stagnates or only gets worse from here? Not that he goes bad, but not better. The decline is now here. Like it's this, and eventually it's going to start dipping.
That's what I disagree on. I think Salah's more like
Salah's never going to dip.
No, I think Salah's more of a like Lewandowski type player, where you, because of the way he takes football seriously, I think he could be banging in goals even age 35, 36, 37.
So you're willing to take the risk of losing out on 100 million, the one chance you could get 100 million for a player like Mohamed Salah, on the risk that he could be a Lewandowski, as you reference, at 36.
Yeah, and I can reverse that question on you.
Opposed to getting a new young winger who maybe just as, if not more established than what Salah was before we signed him.
Who? Give me examples.
You could go with Diaby, you could go with Chiesa, you could go with many players right now. And
Chiesa is
what
not the
Salah,
same after the ACL. He's not the same after the ACL.
Okay, forget the point then. Anyone, but who was Salah before he joined Liverpool?
He was a player that was very, very good in the Serie A.
No better than Chiesa.
I would argue he was better than Chiesa.
Okay, let's say he's 5% better or 5% worse. He weren't clear of Chiesa before he came to us. He was not far off.
But Chiesa got injuries though. That's the problem with him.
Okay, so forget Chiesa. Let's not get in the logistics of who the replacement is. Let's identify there is always
no, but that matters. That matters.
It does matter.
My whole problem.
I'm trying to say to you, Hussam, is that Salah would not have been that replacement on paper to be the 40-goal a season striker that he ended up being in one season and 30-goal a season after that. So what I'm saying to you is Salah weren't that, the same way Chiesa isn't that, the same way Diaby isn't that, but they can be that because you have to trust Klopp's judgment that he can improve these players like what he did with our whole 11.
I really don't. That's the truth. Brandt and Götze is who he wanted. And we got Salah and Mane because of Michael Edwards. We don't have a sporting director guy like that now. And the problem is, here's what Liverpool Football Club are going to do right now. All jokes aside, all agendas aside. If we sell Mo Salah tomorrow for, I think 100 million is too less. If he goes to Saudi Arabia, I was about to say, if he goes to Saudi Arabia, I think we're going to get a bit more. Might get like 130, 140, etc. If he goes to Saudi Arabia, right, and we get 140 million, we're going to use about 50 of that to buy Jared Bowen, and the rest won't be used. I don't think it's not like the Coutinho money was used on two players that significantly improved us in two positions. Currently, as things stand, I don't see us using that money smartly at all. And trust is earned.